All right, we're going to do our first test today. This is our base model. I'm going to push the power on. In front of it, I've laid some jello powder and some oatmeal. If you notice, it's kind of a low carpet thing. It's very uneven. But let's see if it can just do it by itself. Let's see how it works. Power on. So if you notice, that was just a couple of seconds. It just did a once over this way. And you can see immediately it picked up almost all the powder and not quite all the oatmeal in one pass. Okay, so I think it's going to go over by itself a couple of times, and we're going to see what it's going to do. Click the button. Here we go. It's going right at my camera, trying to decide if it should or not. And I want it to go back to where the dirt is left there, and it's going to go on its own. And then it does one pass over the oatmeal again. And if you can see, it picked up more, but it still hasn't done it all. Powder was picked up right away, but it's still working its way around, and it's going to come back and do another pass right here. We're going to see how it does. This is oatmeal on a carpet, so it's not exactly an easy pickup like hardwood, but we're just trying to see if it does the job it's supposed to do. Okay, that was 2 passes over. Obviously the gelatin powder's all picked up, nothing left over at all. But with the oatmeal, the carpet is not flat, but it still did not do a perfectly good clean. And I'm questioning if it's going to go another pass or 2 before it does. Picked up the bulk of it, but you can see it left some residual. All right, so we're looking at the next Eufy. And the reason I like this one that actually, when it's done, it goes into its charging station. I'm going to see how it does. We got the jello powder, the oatmeal. We're going to do just one pass. Oh, sorry, I turned it on, turned it off. It searches its area. This is the one that has the camera, so it knows what area it's going to go. And we're going to try and get it over one pass, see what how effective it is. And it's taking its time going through. And we're going to stop it there. I don't know if you can see, but in one pass, it picked up all the powder, so that's gone completely. And it's going to come back and do more, but in one pass, it got about 80% of all the oatmeal on just one pass there. So it was actually a pretty good job. We're going to come back and try some of the Roborocks next with the same test. Okay, we're going to do the same test. Same amount of oatmeal on this side, a little bit of jello powder. I'm powering it on. Let's see how the Roborock does in one pass over to see if it's doing the right thing. We're zooming the area, does a quick scan, 2 cameras, obviously the one on top, the one below.
Positioning, stand by.
It's covering the area pretty well, I'll give you that. Moving forward. And I'm going to pause it right there. And I want you to see, I'm going to move this machine, what it did. Okay, so this spinning brush in the back here, that's moving the debris around, and then these 2 silicone brushes gather it all and suck it up. But in one pass, it didn't get it all either, and it will go back and do more. So they all seem to initially go over, but it doesn't get a full clean. That's why they're designed to go over a couple of times. All right, guys, welcome back. We're looking at the Roborock. Honestly, I'm really not sure how well this is going to work on carpet. Obviously, it has this is the one that has the built-in mop. So it is designed to do it, but let's just see.
Starting to clean.
Tells you what it's doing. Assesses the room with the cameras on top and in front.
Positioning, stand by.
Moves around. Does a full 360, so it's getting a better idea which way it can or cannot move forward. And then we're going to see what it does on one pass. It actually sees the dirt a little bit better, knows where to go. And it actually went back for more. It actually knew that. It's obviously got a pretty good built-in technology for identifying dirt and where to go. I'm going to have to pause it there to make it a fair test. Pause. So, if we're looking at what this one did, I don't know if you can see all the rest of our dirt. It actually did a really good job of the powder. All of them did, but it actually did a better job in one pass. Now, I think it's going to double back a few times, but all of them will. But in one pass, it actually picked up the bulk of the oatmeal. So sometimes you get what you pay for, and this model definitely did what we would pay for. And it's something you could use on carpet or on hardwood floor. Obviously, it's a little more designed for hardwood floor. All right, guys, we're going to do the Eufy. This is the base model, and we're going to do a hardwood floor test. See how it does. In one pass. Notice how it stopped by itself. Covered the area completely without falling off the edge. And then move forward. Let's take a look at what it did do. It actually did a great job. Cleaned up everything on the hardwood floor. Did exactly what it's designed for. All right, we are back with the Eufy. This is the higher end model. This has the docking station that actually empties it. We're going to see how well it does on this one. Reading the area. It has the two cameras, so I'm curious to see if it does a different style. It takes the time to position itself and does a 360 reading of its area, so it knows what it's going to cover, including the bumper sensors. Hopefully it'll have a clear path. That was quick. Knew not to go over the edge. I like that brush on the side. It pulls stuff out that might not reach because it is a circle. But that little thing just kind of brings the dirt into itself. And then sucks it up, does the full 360. Yeah, it does a very good job of covering the area. I'm just curious to see if once it's done, does it clear the area out? It does. Okay, let's stop it there. Okay, and you can see nothing left. No powder residual, no. It's very good for hardwood floors. I would definitely make it a recommendation. All right, I'm excited to try this one. This is your Roborock. Built-in cameras, same amount of gelatin powder, oatmeal, giving it a shot. First one's going to do an assessment. I don't know if I powered it up right. Let me just make sure. Resuming. It knew where to go right away. It doesn't even do the 360 positioning. It just kind of covers the area right away, which is an interesting why some move one ways, others move other ways, but it knows where to go, and it knows not to go over the edge, which is very important. Pretty smart little thing, actually. Taking its time, cover the whole area. Just waiting for it to turn around. We'll power down and see how we did. It's a limited space, so I'm going to stop. Interestingly enough, you can see it's left a little bit of the powder, but got all the thing, but it didn't do a very strong. I don't know if it's fully charged or there was something wrong, but the Roborock in this particular test on hardwood floor wasn't as efficient at picking up all the powder. Okay, and again, this is the one that has these type of brushes, right? But that was test number 1. All right, final test here. Here we go. We are using the Roborock. We've got this equal amounts of oatmeal and gelatin powder, powering it on. It's going to think about where to go. It's got 2 different cameras. This is the one with the built-in mop. I don't have water in it now. So it's just kind of reading the area, figuring out where to go. I am standing by, but if you notice, it's spinning right away, and that outside brush tends to kick the dirt around. Hopefully it'll be smart enough to pick up the dirt it's moved around and cover all the area that it can. It is smart enough to not go off the edge, which is great. It's trying to do that one coverage. It realized a little block in the corner. Is it smart enough to get out of there? It is. Covered a very small space, and I'm powering down. Okay? If you can take a look, all the oatmeal is cleaned up, but once again, some of the powder is left behind. And that's an interesting review on the Roborock because the other ones are 100% hardwood floors, and it's because it has the bristles. These ones have that silicone brush, which is not exactly as efficient for cleaning up hardwood floors, but it is more of a mopping technique as well.